girls. It's me and my. It's the money, the power, the cars, and the clothes, and knowledge to take on the world that we know. Take me far and take me away. Hop in the car and sing away the rain. It's me and my girls, navigating all the realms of the world. Reaching the peak if this is what you yearn. Looking at the beast with the guns loaded. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. First season, I'm just dreaming. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. It's me and my. It's the money, the power, the cars, and the clothes, and knowledge to take all the world that we know. The money, the power, the cars, and the clothes, and knowledge to take all the world that we know. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. Sing with me. It's me and my. It's the money, the power, the cars, and the clothes, and knowledge to take on the world that we know. The money, the power, the cars, and the clothes, and knowledge to take on the world that we know. It's me and my girls. 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 It's me and my. Hello. Tell me what you're feeling right now. Help me realize what you do. Do you? Hop in the Cadillac, tell me where your heart's at. Please just hop in the Cadillac, tell me where your heart's at. Tell me what you wanna do after hours, 2 a.m. in the night, getting out yeah. I don't know what you're feeling right now, but I'm feeling like an ocean breeze trying to take over my psyche. Tell me what you know is missing. It's okay if you break my heart. Hello, everybody. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you for hopping on. We're going to get started momentarily. Shirley, you have to accept the invite. You should have received an invite on IG Live. Let me try to resend it to you. Hold on. Hey, Katie. Hi, Jay Sherry. Creations by Jay Sherry. Hello. Hi, Miss Gaya. Hi, Natalie. All right, let me find our folks. Where is Miss Melanie? There we go. All right, let's get this going. Hey, beautiful.
Y'all, can you see me?
I sure can.
My light is looking questionable here. Can you see me?
You look sultry. You look sultry.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay.
You got it's like a fog going.
Okay, good. I'm in Miami right now on a little vacation.
And I love it.
Yeah, so I'm broadcasting live from my room. So
Okay.
yeah, oh yeah, I got some light coming over here to say thank you. Is it gonna come over here? Oh,
All
yes.
right, let me see if I can help Shirley out. Let me invite her again. She's
Okay.
having. All right, so Shirley, I just resent you the invite for you to hop on. It should show up in your screen. So, how has your weekend and Monday been so far?
Who mine?
Yes,
Oh,
I can help Shirley out.
I'm here now.
Let me invite
Hi.
her again.
I'm here.
Wonderful.
I'm
All
here.
right, so Shirley, I just went. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Well, I'm going to hop off camera, but thank you everyone for joining us for our second Beauty Essentials IG series where we highlight our amazing vendors and the stories behind them and all the energy and love that goes into the products that we sell on HellaBlack. And so with that, I'm going to cut my camera off and hand it over to our fabulous hostess with the mostest,
yeah.
Melanie.
Hey. Hey.
Hi, Melanie.
Hey, Shirley. I can't wait to talk to you about this
Oh my
product.
gosh, I've been waiting for this. Like, I kept on checking my calendar. Like, it's the 19th. It's the 19th.
Yes. Well, listen, for people who are joining on, we are so excited to bring you guys this series. The Beauty Essential series is something that is just starting with HellaBlack, and we have featured or will be featuring amazing entrepreneurs. And today we have Miss Shirley with. And Shirley, tell me, what is the proper way to say the name? That's something
Okay.
asked me.
Okay. So the name of the product is Beurre. Beurre is butter in French.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people get it confused, but I always say, do people know how to properly pronounce Haagen-Dazs?
Right, right.
Even though Haagen-Dazs is a made up name, but it's Beurre.
Okay, Beurre.
Yes. Well, you don't really say the A, but it's Beurre.
Beurre.
Like it's a silent R at the end. Beurre.
Okay,
Like you
cool.
lay on the R a little bit.
Beurre.
Yes, there you go.
Beurre. Oh,
There
that's
you go, girl.
well, listen, this series, ladies and gentlemen, is to highlight amazing entrepreneurs, Black-owned businesses, obviously HellaBlack, Shop HellaBlack. The name says it all. And today we feature someone who is amazing. Beurre. Is it cosmetics or it's shop? Le Beurre Shop.
Le Beurre Shop is shea butter skincare, all things shea butter. From head to toe, we got butters and balms and oils, body oils, as well as washes and body scrubs.
So yeah, let's dive into it because we are featuring amazing businesses and products that have stories behind it. You know, that's something that makes this entire network so interesting because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everybody has a story. And sometimes when
Right,
it intrigues you even more to be one with the product.
right.
So, Shirley, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people so that we can know
All
exactly.
right. Okay, so my name is Shirley Menard. I'm the creator and founder of Le Beurre Shop. The name of the brand is Beurre, Butters and Bombs. It's Beurre Shea Butter Skincare. I'm an attorney turned entrepreneur. I did entertainment law. I did artist management, still do artist management, but kind of fell into doing entrepreneurship. You know how we are, Black women always got to have that hustle, right? So I always had something going on the side. And one time I was introduced to shea butter from a colleague of mine who was from Ghana. And she gave me a brick of shea butter for Christmas. And she's like, girl, people are just flocking to Ghana to buy the shea butter. And you and I need to go into business together. And I said, you know what? I know nothing about the beauty business. I don't know. And she was like, listen, I'm just going to get the shea butter. I will create the product and all you have to do is manage everything. And at the time, timing is everything when it comes to business, right? So for me, I was like, thank you for the brick. And I knew about shea butter, but this was straight from Ghana. So I was like, all right, this is real.
Yeah.
So I took the brick and I said, thank you very much. But thanks, but no thanks. And I started messing around with the shea butter, and I was fine. You know, Black people know when you get a brick, you kind of have to struggle to get it on and everything. But
Yeah.
I was fine with that. So one Sunday afternoon, completely bored, I see the brick of shea butter in my closet, but it's next to some baby oil. And I said, what would happen if I mix these two together just to kind of loosen it up? And when I did it, I created kind of like a lotion consistency. So I was like, this could kind of work, but it was just going to be for me. No business at all in my mind.
Yeah.
But then I had relatives. We were going to a wedding, and all my relatives were like, ruffling around my closet. They were like, girl, what is this? So they started putting it on. And so my aunt, the aunties, my
Yeah.
aunt was like, listen,
Yeah.
she was like, your cousin is unemployed. You and your cousin need to get together and to do a business because you could sell this. And I was like, oh, that's the second person who told me to do this. So I said, I'm not going to let a third time happen. Right. So I said, let me research this. So as an attorney, and this is one of the key advice that I give to people, I said, don't think about like, oh my God, I don't know about this business. If you have a skill, if you're an accountant and you know how to do numbers, if you're, whatever you do, if you're an artist, if you're a graphic designer, whatever it is you want to get into, if you don't know anything about fashion, but you know how to put an outfit together, you will find a business in that.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, okay, one thing I know how to do is research. So I just got online and I researched organic. I researched oils. I researched formulations. I researched natural beauty. I researched vegan beauty, just like kind of understanding. And I started playing around with different, went to the store and I got some oils and I started playing around and I was like, you know what, this could actually work. Ooh. And I went to the African store, which we all know we have an African store where we are. And the brother that was in there, he was introducing me to the different oils and the different scents. And he was like, people really love vanilla and lavender. So if you start a business doing this, do vanilla and lavender. So I was like, all right, cool. I myself do not like scents. So that wasn't my thing. I don't. I'm sorry. I just like it clean. So then I was like,
product. I got to tell people about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that. Go ahead.
Right. So then I started playing around again, and then I started testing it on my family, and people loved it. And as I got better and better, and the cool thing is, I had a friend of mine who was a pharmacist. She still is. So she started breaking down like, listen, when they come in the pharmacy, when we blend, we do it like this. When we have, like, she was just giving me like the science behind it. And I was like, the science behind textures, like, why is this fatty and why is this oily and why is this grainy? And like, she would just give me like all this R&D, what we call R&D. She was giving me R&D on the free. So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
So I just thought like, it was like the business kind of evolved and just came together without me really just like, kind of like being focused. And the thing that got me was that shea butter is so amazing. And having known about shea butter for so long, I felt like this is a thing to introduce to the masses, not just to the Black community, but just this could be a mass market thing. Definitely. And and there are products that have been there on the market for a long time, like Shea Moisture and, other brands. But, to now that we are in this era of natural and of vegan and people are looking for alternatives, I felt like this was just the perfect pairing. And just getting into it, I just felt like, you know what, I can really make this work.
So you do think that that's what is different. One of the many different things about your product is that it's natural. I know you mentioned a couple other brands just a second ago, and I know that people will wonder what makes Beurre. I'm gonna get it right one day.
You got it right though. You got it right. Don't force it. You got it.
Okay. Butter. What makes it different? I think that's what I always wonder when I'm picking up a new product.
Right. So what makes it different, and just so you know, like I had to like find where the difference is, because you could go out there and do the research and say, oh, this person is doing it like this and this person is doing it like that. But you got to make your product unique in the sense that what do you offer and that other people don't offer? And I stumbled upon herb infused oils. So I went to this, I went to sell Beurre at one of these, not a trade shows, like one of these fairs or festivals.
Okay.
And across from me was an herb farm. A woman was selling her herbs.
Oh, wow.
So she came up to me and she was like, yeah, we have calendula and chamomile and this and that. And mind you, I had been purchasing those oils,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
But then I realized it was really, really expensive. And you don't really know what's in it. They could give you like this much calendula and the rest is just oil, right?
Okay.
Meaning like you don't know if it's infused, you don't know how they came about the final product.
Gotcha.
So she was like, she invited me to her farm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's an organic herb farm. I went over there and she introduced me to so many herbs and plants. I said, I need to do this. It was almost like God was saying, I am giving you this medicine. So how are you going to use it? And it was like, I was like, okay, and so she taught me how to infuse the herbs in pure oil.
Okay.
And so what I do is I blend the shea butter with herb infused oils. So for example, for eczema, and I studied up on the herbs too. So for eczema, calendula and chamomile are anti-inflammatory, antifungal properties that are in these herbs.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's and comfrey. And so those are the herbal infusions that I put in eczema.
And
Right?
eczema, I have eczema.
And
When
that's our bestseller.
Yes, when I saw this, I immediately picked it up. And the first thing we want to do is smell.
Right?
It has a beautiful smell. It's almost like a hint of a vapor. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what that is.
I put in there a blend of chamomile and lavender blend.
That's
so
what
I put those oils together to get that scent. Now, I also recognize that people with eczema, you gotta turn around. So people with eczema, I realize it goes backwards on the
I forgot
phone.
about that, yeah.
So I realized that people with eczema, you don't want to give them anything that's too intense. So like, and I was testing stuff on people at my job, and I was like, this woman, she was like, the doctor put me on steroids because I had I had eczema, but you can't be on steroids forever, right? And we all know what steroids does.
That's
So
right.
she used my eczema for like a week and it was completely gone. And I'm not saying it's a healing power, but I can't say that it heals because that's a whole medical designation. But there are people that say they have used other medications, and once they use the eczema, it completely heals whatever itch they have.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
To say this, like I said, I'm in Miami right now, and I have been exposed to the sun. And everybody who has eczema knows that once you start, like, if you drink alcohol, you have some issues, you know. So mine actually did start flaring up. And so what did I do? Picked up my Beurre. And I lathered some of it. I want y'all to see how this looks too, if you can see. And then, it's just, it's so just, I don't even know if you can hear how it sounds. It's just, it smells good. It feels good, and then I just put that, I'm gonna put it on me right now, actually, because I got my shoe off. Right there, that was.
But you know what else? And I'm gonna tell you the distinction between the eczema and the regular cream. The eczema, I make it just a little oilier because I recognize that people with eczema need that oil. They need that moisture. It's not an everyday, like you can use it every day.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, like, for the average person who doesn't have eczema, it could get too oily for them. But if you have eczema, I've had people that have ordered 3 at a time because they will go through it like crazy.
Yes. It's so, but I mean, it's a nice, refreshing smell, though. It's, you don't feel like you have on anything that's medicinal. It's just,
and it fades away too a little, because like if let's say you want to go out and put perfume, it's not going to clash with what you have on.
Oh, good point. Say that.
Yeah.
Not going to clash with the perfume, right?
Right.
That's important.
And just so you know, a little kind of tidbit, there's a difference between a fragrance and an essential oil. An essential oil is natural, right? From a flower or from an herb. So that's going to fade away. A fragrance is chemically, like, it's created. So it's gonna have a lingering scent to it. And
Oh,
if you smell it, you're gonna know the difference between a fragrance and the essential oil.
oh my gosh. Now that's good information. Look,
Yeah.
teach us. Somebody just said that. Shop, they said teach us.
Well,
That's
you have to, and these are things that I had to learn on my own because, like I said, I had no knowledge, nothing. I didn't know anything.
oh
So
my
you
God.
have to research like what you put on your body. The thing, it was funny. I was watching I forget which talk show, but this white man, he was like this corporate whatever, but he became like this guru.
Uh-huh.
And the host was like, "Why did you become a guru?" And he was like, "Listen, I woke up he's like, my life is completely natural." And he said, "I realized when you wake up in the morning and you get out of the shower, you've already put on 300 chemicals.
Mm.
Because if you think about the shampoo, you think about the soap, you
Mm-hmm.
think about the lotion that you put afterwards, you think
Mm.
about whatever makeup, like all of those things have chemicals in there." So he decided to do like this holistic lifestyle. So I never forgot that
Yeah.
in terms of what we put on our bodies
Mm-hmm.
kind of goes into our bodies.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've been really mindful when I do my oils and when I do like shea butter on its own is the hero. Shea butter is like treasure trove of everything.
And I really am. Oh, I'm not. I don't mean to.
Go ahead.
Oh, but that shea butter is just like a phenom to me. And I have to
Mhm,
be honest with you. I have had a lot of different shea butters. I pick them up here and there, just because I'm looking for the one.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And and I have to be honest. I'm not saying this. I have witnesses. When I picked up yours, I was with a friend of mine, and I said, "Oh my God, this stuff smells amazing." I want to ask you a little bit more about it too, as far
Mhm.
as because it's so rich and does it clog your pores? Like,
Right,
what's the raw and the refined shea butter? Like,
right,
this stuff is amazing. I want to dig into this smell in a minute too. Go
right.
ahead, y'all. It's
So,
amazing.
so in terms of, and people have asked me this, in terms of clogging pores, there are two thoughts. There's one thought that says because it's fatty. So just so you know, shea butter is made with fatty acids, not made, but what it has in it is fatty acids, um, minerals, and vitamins.
Okay.
So there's an argument that because it has fatty acids in it, it will clog your pores. And there's some scientific name for it. I forget what it's called. Non-common something. I forget.
Yeah.
And but on the flip side, if you just have pure raw shea butter has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. So
Oh.
when you finish cleansing your face, right?
Uh-huh.
If you have acne and you finish washing your face with a good cleanser and you
Okay.
apply raw shea butter that doesn't have any kind of oils or if it does have oils like ours do, it's the pure oils that have the healing herbs in it. And we do have a face cream that has argan and rosehip oil and other we have echinacea infused in there as well.
Mm.
Those type of things decrease the inflammation and they decrease the bacteria that goes into your pores.
Oh, wow.
So the fact that it does that, it does actually help. And a little story was the woman who helps me with Beurre in the design and everything. She's had bad acne all her life. And people that have whether it's bad eczema or bad acne, and I'm learning this too, is that they have tried everything on the market for that particular condition. So
Mm-hmm.
one day, whenever she does something for me, like I send her free shea butter, and she literally called me, not in the middle of the night, but like, towards the end of the day, and she's like, "Shirley, I'm only calling you for this reason. I used your raw shea butter on my face, and 2 days later, my acne was gone."
Oh,
She was
okay.
like, "I just wanted to tell you that."
Mm-hmm.
And that was it for me. I was like, and I don't promote it as like anti-acne or whatever,
Yeah.
but if there is kind of like doubt, if you do have if you have an oily, people have oily skin or whatever,
Right.
shea butter is not going to make you more oily. It's going to take care of that condition, but you do have to you do have to use a really good cleanser. So
Okay.
when you have a good cleanser and then at night when you apply the shea butter, it will really help with the inflammation and the redness.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So moving
Yes,
on.
one fun girl. That's it. That's the name.
Now I also see Carmen Oh So Pretty says it's the consistency for me. She actually is the witness that I was talking about. She is
Hmm.
and we are both in Miami on a trip, girls trip for a friend of ours' birthday.
Mhm.
He got a chance to put it on, and it was like, okay, the consistency of it,
Yeah.
and then it has a beautiful polish, like y'all. I mean, I need you guys to know, and it has a beautiful scent. This vanilla, I can't even describe it. It's like it's just a rich buttery, like we both
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. Some people describe.
It's cake.
Some people say cake. Some people say cookie dough. It's actually French vanilla.
Oh
So
yes,
you know that French vanilla ice cream?
oh yes, that's what. Girl, I was trying to figure it. It's a different type. It's not the normal vanilla at all.
Right.
I wanted to, and I'll be honest with you. I was like 2 seconds. I was like, I mean, it was like it looked like some cake, and it
Right.
smelled like, I was in, girl. I was
Right.
like, I want everybody to smell me, and then to feel the product is so good too. Now
Right.
let me go on to this too. You have Shea Butter body polish, amazing too. Now this smell. Listen, what makes this smell so good? I can't figure it out.
I'm
Oh,
glad you can't figure it out, but I'm gonna tell you, it's cucumber mint.
girl,
Yes.
that is
Yes.
brilliant. Because I could not figure it out, but I know that I wanted to smell it
Right.
repeatedly.
Like for me, because remember I told you earlier that I'm not a scent girl, but
Yeah,
but I do my research.
yeah.
And I was kind of like trying to go. I also kind of think about the process in terms of like, if I'm in the shower, once I get out the shower, what do I want to smell like? I want to feel clean and I want to smell clean, right?
Yeah.
So a minty kind of freshness. And just so you know, my business bestie is on here, Chrissy Cabrera. She's my business bestie.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're business bestie is because whenever we have something going on, we call each other and we say, girl, listen, what do you think of this scent for my product? Now she does foot care, Naturally London. So
Okay.
we are always talking. And so she turns me on to different scents. I turn her on to different scents. The one that's cucumber mint love is trending is the Shea Butter body polish.
This is about it right here.
Right, exactly.
Good.
And it has just so you know, it has a different shea in there called Nilotica Shea Butter. So Nilotica comes from Uganda. And the Uganda shea is like a little softer and easier to use than the shea that we're more familiar with, which is from Ghana.
Okay.
So I put a different type of shea butter in there too, because when you come out the shower, you don't want to feel greasy. You don't want to, you want it off. Like you want to have that like sheen, but you also want to have that softness without having that film. Like me, I don't really use polish that much because of that film that you feel at the end, like there's something greasy on you. And so I really focused on like, how is this person going to feel coming out of the shower? How is this person going to feel, you know, when they put the vanilla, the one that you mentioned, the body cream, like, do they want to walk around smelling like vanilla all day? Or do they just want that little hint of vanilla that you can get hit with, or lavender? People really love the lavender too. So like, yeah, different. Yeah. I was just looking at her answer.
That is exactly what I was thinking about. I did not know that our African countries had their own kind of shea butter. Like, I don't believe most people know that. So that's interesting to know.
Right. So like East Africa and West Africa, and I'm thinking, again, I'm not like a scientist or anything, but I'm thinking it's because of the weather and the tree, like what comes from the nut in different trees. So Uganda is east, but I think it's more inland, I think. So it's different than what you're going to get like on the coast of Nigeria and Ghana. And if there's anybody who's African there, they can school me or Google, but that's how that's how I learned about it.
So Shirley, I have another question, and this has been great because I mean we're already down to the last few minutes, and I mean I learned a wealth already, and I can't wait to start putting my products even more into more use, because I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. But as far as the business side, what would you say to other Black women or men who want to get into this line of business? What advice do you have for them? And maybe if you get a chance to maybe throw in a couple of the challenges that you've experienced too.
Right. So, as I mentioned earlier, I never really knew anything about the beauty business, but I did know my own profession, what it takes to kind of succeed in whatever that you're doing. And as I've gone along with my business bestie, that we figured it out, I would say there's three things. If you're speaking specifically about like the beauty business, is you have to create your product and know your product and research and test your product and know what you want to do. Don't do it because somebody else, I'm not saying for people not to do something like Beurre, but don't try and be Beurre. Be you. Because Beurre is Beurre, Shirley is Shirley, you are you. And you're going to, whatever it is in that product, it's going to come from you. And that's what makes you unique, because I'm unique and you're unique. So I think putting that feel into the product is very important. Now, if you're going to go all natural, you got to do your research. You can't call it organic unless you have the seal, the organic, paperwork. If you call it natural, people are going to come after you and they're going to ask you questions, right?
This is important.
Yes. So if you're going to call something natural, make sure all your products are really natural. Look into preservatives if your product is volatile. So for example, for oils, you don't necessarily have to put a preservative, but if you're using something that's natural, that might mold, or that might, be very, that's going to contaminate other ingredients that you're pulling together, then you need to research that. And you might have to go to a lab to teach you or to help you to test and make sure, right? Because the last thing you need is somebody coming after you saying, I got an allergy from your product. Right. Number two, now you have the product. Now you got to market the product. How are you marketing it? What does that involve? It involves what size is your jar? What's your logo look like? What do your labels look like? What is the design of your website? And these sound like really simple things, but some people don't know how to do it. Some people don't know that you need to have a barcode in order for your sales to go through. Right? And you got to purchase a barcode. Some people don't know that the design of your label on the shelf, if you want your product to be in Walmart or in Target, it has to look amazing on the shelf. So what you think is a really cool design, your graphic designer might look at you and be like, well, the lettering is going to be this small. And I learned that the hard way, because I tried to be cute and put my ingredients like around the circle of my design, and nobody could read it. So it's like, if you're somebody who has an allergy, how are you going to know whether or not my product is safe for you?
That's true.
Right? So think about those design elements. The third part is now you have to, I said marketing. Oh, now you have to sell it. So selling and marketing are two different things. Selling is going out into the marketplace, which could be anything. It could be one of these trade fairs. It could be a trade show. And a trade show and a trade fair are two different things. A trade show is where you go to meet other buyers, and they're strictly industry people that specifically go to various shows to say, okay, I want to buy 100 of those products for my store. Right? Or for my chain. Kind of like a show or a festival is more like, I'm going to open up a table for the public to come in, and those street fairs where I can put my table out. So I started out doing that because honestly, I didn't know if people would even like Beurre. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money, try testing it out in the marketplace first. And that's how I learned, oh, this is too oily. Oh, the consistency is not right on this. Oh, people don't like this scent. I started off with 5 cents. In addition to those 2 cents that I sent you, I also had lemongrass, I had sage, and I had some other random scent. And they just weren't selling because I personally like sage because it's very, refreshing and spiritual and whatever. But people really didn't like it. And then I thought lemongrass was kind of like a no-brainer. And not everybody likes lemons. So I had to discontinue those because when I went to the marketplace, people were not drawn to those. So you learn, and that saves you money too. And just so you know, this is not an easy business. You will spend a lot of money.
Oh, and the shelf life.
The shelf life too is, well, the shelf life by itself, shea butter by itself has a 2-year shelf life. But
Okay.
because I've added these oils, it extends the shelf life.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
not going to mold. It's not going to lose its consistency, and but you got to keep it in room temperature. You can't leave it out like in the heat. Like if you're in the car and you have like a small one, you can't put it on your car thing. It's
Mm,
going to melt. It will melt. It will change form.
right. Right. Right.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh,
So HellaBlack is back. And I do
HellaBlack is
want to
like,
say, I know that time is up, but I do want to say, because one of the things that we talked about was about, I have always been about supporting Black business, because Black business will support you too. So when I connected with HellaBlack, the women that are doing this are amazing. They are
yes.
tight. They know what they're doing. They are all business. They
Mhm.
don't play around, and they make sure that they support the artisans that are on the platform. So I wanted to say that to people, to support. That's one thing, not only to support Black business, but to support Black business that's doing it right.
Yes.
you you just made my day. Thank you so much
Thank
for those
you.
kind words. And I just want to shout you out really quickly because I also have the
All
baby
right.
lotion. So this is for an upcoming baby shower gift, so I'm not going to open it, and I can't share like how fabulous it is, but I will say that what you said about the look of the design, it's very clear. So for you business owners out there, you can easily read the product. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a glare, but it's very clear what it is. She has samples of the product ingredients in the logo, so it's very precise and to the point. And as a marketing executive who's been in this game for a very long time, people look at stuff before they read it, and so I immediately know what this is about just from looking at the imagery. So kudos to you, Shirley, for
Thank
putting
you.
together. Yeah, see, look at all
Right.
of that. It's very clear.
Yep. And that's
Lettering.
kudos to my designer. You have to get the right designer too.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
Mhm.
so important in advertising and marketing.
Yes.
it's
Right.
it
Right.
totally is. And thank you so much for your time today. As an entrepreneur, I know it is super hard to just carve out a minute.
I was
Just
making
to
shea
promote.
butter. I was making shea butter yesterday, and I was like, I was putting something together yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to be ready for Melanie.
Oh, honey, thank you. I'm like, I can't wait to talk to her because this product is awesome. No joke. Seriously.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I do
Thank
have one more
you.
question. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go for it. Go for it.
Can you put shea butter in your hair?
You can. You could definitely put shea butter in your hair, but let me tell you, I try, and maybe if God willing, and He puts that in the plan, I will make shea butter hair products. But girl, I tried it once. I tried to make a formulation, and I made it too heavy, and my hair fell out.
Oh,
So you
no.
got to get the right. So you got to get the right one, but you can
Okay.
definitely, there are definitely on the market, there are shea butter hair products that are
Okay.
really, really good. So, but just look at the ingredients and make sure that they're as natural as possible. So for
Okay.
example, if you go to one of the commercial brands, just make sure there's not alcohol in it, that there's not too many preservatives, because shea butter will soften your hair, but also the other stuff will strip your hair out. And sometimes look at where on the label the shea butter is, because if there's like 20 products and it's the
Mhm.
20th product, that means it's like that much shea butter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking about it because I was wetting my hair and I was just compelled to. I wanted to put a little bit of body
You
cream
could
on.
put it on your edges.
Oh,
You
okay.
could get those edges. No, but you can. You know what I do, like sometimes with raw shea, is I just put a little like a dime drop and I rub it in my hand, and then I just put it in my hair. And I actually today I just put a little bit in the front
Okay.
too, just to lay it down. But
Oh,
yeah, you can use raw. You can use it. Just use a little bit if you're using mine. But if you want a shampoo and a conditioner, then just look at the ingredients to make sure that it's cool.
okay. Good. I'm
Yeah.
all for.
I
Thank
feel like
you.
I just got a whole lesson. This was amazing. Uh,
Yeah.
so everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're going to be back every Monday with our girl Melanie, talking
Awesome.
intimately about our products, what goes into our products. Clearly, we're doing something right because Melanie is like glowing with excitement from this product. So Beurre, I was on mute. I was saying to myself, Beurre, Beurre, Beurre. I was like, I'm gonna get
I
this.
to bring a little French. I have to bring my Haitianness to the party.
All right, I love it. I love it. All right, so with that, we're gonna close out. But folks, we want to tell you, go to HellaBlack.com. Put in Beurre in the search bar, and she will come right up in your search results. All of the products she talked about today are available for sale. Send that to a friend. Wintertime is coming up, so you got to get those elbows right and tight for that cold weather. You know how our elbows, we can't have it.
That's
Yep.
Get it ready, and shop and support. Check it out. Buy it for a gift. Perfect for a baby shower. They have baby products as well, so that's what I got in my hand. So with that, thank you so much, ladies. I really appreciate you. Much success, Shirley.
Thank you.
That we have. We can report back that you have multitudes of sales on the HellaBlack site. And Mel.
On Saturday, I don't know if you'll be gone by then, but I'll be in Florida on Saturday.
Oh, I'm leaving in the morning.
Next time.
This was so perfect too, because I'm like Miami, the whole vibe. It was like,
I know. The body polish would be perfect for Miami. Yes.
Oh, I have it all on. I am LeBeurre down to
my God, I love it.
Literally, I'm not joking.
I love it. I love it. Well, you enjoy Miami. Watch those checks roll in, Shirley. And everybody, listen, we're going to get that bag. That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies. And with that, have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shirley. Bye-bye.